But isn't it also more easy to...
Hier au mur, an die Wand fechten, something is done before an assalto or an assaut, but it's also used in fencing schools between the scholars. So the source I will referring from today is just master scholar lessons, but here's this one Botte muro who said, from which he said this is a good exercise. The pupils can go together. But before we start, we have to know what's the straight thrust and what's the cavazione. So we will shortly start with this one. You will go on guard. You can take every guard you are aware of. Okay. If you want to. Yeah, no problem for me today. If you want, this is our guard. So this is our guard stance. Like Southern Italian school, you could do it here, you could do it with a great board with the French. Maybe you do it here, like you want to. No, not my problem today. Yeah? We will take the first lesson for the straight thrust. The straight thrust means you would extend the arm first, then you would lunge and straighten the rear leg. Boom. And a little bit higher maybe through covering the face. And this is all we need today for the attacking. Thank you. And to practice this, we will do just this one. He was standing out. I will lift my sword, and if I lower it down, it will thrust me on the chest. Nothing more. Just this, but practice first arm, then the lunge with the arm. And hit him right in the chest, that the blade is bent. The blade is a little bit bent. You can pull up your hand here to secure your throat even more than it would do the mask. Yeah? Maybe the ones who didn't know what they are doing because they had the first time in hand, meet up with someone who can do it. So, hands up, who could do with a small sword? Everyone who couldn't do, grab someone. And try this. So it should be like it is easy, but
You sound only when I tell you to start, huh? It's not. Yes.
We will take actually the first way. First. So you would first straight the arm, then lunge. If you do it together, you should do it fast. Like you should do this or this because this is forbidden. So if you say him here, I come, he might say, okay, he comes, I should parry this instead of I go with him in the attack. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Try to hit the pectoralis here. Maybe the softest spot. Maybe. Okay, I see it. Totally fine. Everyone can hit each other. Great. Just join again. We will. This is the Botte, the straight thrust. This is the main attack. Would you please gear up? So now we will do the cavazione and take this for voice. a cavazione without thrusting would be if my blade leaves the line, because if we both go, it's not good. If my blade leaves the line on this side, and maybe I go for a thrust and binding, but I give pressure to the side, he would disengage and then do the straight thrust. So, and the disengage with the straight thrust is called cavazione. And this is an attacking motion we will need for the Botte muro. But it's simply the straight thrust. So, what you should do now is, one is on guard, one is not. You take the bind, and the one standing upright will be hit in the chest, gives pressure to the side, boom. And to the other side, boom. You change position, he's master and scholar now. So, maybe the same, but not the same. Okay? So, quick, and then we go to the bottom. It doesn't have to be this one, it's showing, but the wrist cannot. Like this one.
That's what that we're doing.
But 30 days. Take the bind. What you do in the bit is you are here and do something like this, can be around, thrust you. Yeah. And then you take this with a little beat. So just he's in guard. So take the bind, give pressure, he does everything. Yeah? Then he stands, takes the bind, pressure. It's a straight thrust without opposition, so you don't need to hold the opposition because there is no opposition. You leave the bind because you want. Okay. You want to be fast. It means if you push me to the side, you ignore the blade because the blade is outside. Okay. So here, straight, and this. Okay. Delta is in the cavazione, and you need the cavazione for every attack in the Botte muro. And actually, you will need a bunch of parries. I will show you all of them now, and then we go step by step, every pair till the end, and let's see where we end. So, as I said, this is a scholar exercise, and I am the one parrying the whole time. Means I take the bind, or he takes the bind, and I give the signal that he can thrust with my pressure. And then I parry. Stand up. Take the other side. On the right side. I give pressure. Take the other side. Sorry. and then change. But we will start with the first two. The first two are the simple parries in opposition. So, bread and butter. You could say it's a parry in card, and in tierce, or in quarta and terza, not in sixth, please. So, lay it to the side. So Justin, I am the one get stabbed, and there's nothing which could surprise me, because I take the bind, and he won't start till I give pressure. So if I give the pressure, he will start, but if I don't do it, he would not. So you couldn't be surprised. You couldn't be ready. Right? Okay. So you take the bind, you give the pressure. Next thing, cavazione, and you go in quad, which would be with the arm straight from the line, a little bit to the side, to the inside, up with the blade, and in more or less 45 degrees, something like that. You don't have to put the point on the opponent, but you don't have also the weapon here. So just a little bit from the arm. Here. But then 45 degrees angle, and you don't do a repose. It would be a great place for a repose like this or something. Don't repose. We stand up, and you will do the same for the outside, but in terza. So comes to the outside, 45 degrees, a little bit more the hand, let's say a bit more hand on the outside of the arm will work. You don't have to parry it here, because it means the weapon is so, yeah, okay. You see? Opposizione. So we don't want to. Most of you will know that, I think. So it's more or less the same. Whoop. Take the bind, pressure, parry here, and then we change, give the pressure, take the opposizione, pressure, the cavazione. So, and because this is a competitive action or exercise, you should wear a mask at least, with a jacket. Aim for the chest, but try to hit. Try to hit him. It's in most exercises you would do the parries, and then one parry will not work, and you said, okay, let's do this again. No, we don't do this again. Yeah? We go to the next one, till we end. And next time you do the exercise, do it better. So kind of a little bit of a stress test. It's yeah. So just ping pong. It's your choice which side you start. Start with the parry in kata or in terza. Just depends on which side you bind. If I bind on the inside, it will be a parry from the outside. If I bind on the outside, from the inside, just do both. Okay? So change partners. Just be sure the ones who didn't do it before get one who knows what I was talking about. Okay? Okay. Just turn your wrist as it would. You see, your wrist is slightly inwards, and now you turn your wrist and it's slightly outwards. And shake.
So I just
yeah, right.
the rest of the arm more of the wrist.
Ok. Ici on a point de positionnement.
He will I will the parrying part as before. So I pressure, I parry. I pressure, I parry. Do it every time. So now we do the same opposition but with the circle. So if I stay in a quarta position with the hand and he does the disengagement, I will do the same circle on the other side so I end up in the same position. Yeah? Last time we have to say he's on my wrong side, so I have to change the wrist. He's on my wrong side, so I change the wrist. And now the wrist stays the same and you just rotate from the wrist in the same position. You don't have to move your arm either because you pushed it to the outside, more or less in the position where your parry would have been because it's the best position to start an attack and gliding. And from there, just take the wrist there where it is. No need to do something like this. Or no need to and no time to, yeah? So here. So for the exercise, what you should do now is change this up. He will try to hit me. Okay, you see, you have to change the bind in the parata di contra because you end up very weak. So if you just bind again, it will not work that properly.
Yeah, okay. We will do the same over and over again. So
yeah. So parata in opposizione or in appoggio and parata contro. That's our default. You partners? If I have no glasses on, if you have these eyes which are asking questions, I couldn't see that. You have to talk to me, okay? So I come around, take one. Just have to parry once, twice, then one, and twice. Just have to do circle the wrist. You have to remember both positions. Just a circle in the wrist.
Oh, that's not working.
In the first one, you would bind here, you would press here, you would go around, just so from the same bind, you are here, you give pressure, she goes around your blade, you go around her blade too, but you don't have to beat her, it's just to bind her and give pressure to her. Look, he moves. Did you see what he does? Yeah, you can see what he does. He parries with his hand or with his arm.
Damit muss ich meinen Kopf drehen und dann das Blade is here.
Push a little bit here, and you hold the bind, so the blade is there. And what you do is you push with the blade.
Warum?
The blade goes something there and your action goes low under and just cross.
Letzte Aktion im Botte.
Just lead a little bit with the arm, with the hand in this motion and not in this picchio. If he gives pressure, a cavazione is always the disengagement and the botte. So the thrust is in the cavazione, it's the attack. So if I do, if he does this one, this is not a cavazione. This is just circolazione. It's a Kreistour. It's a circle motion. It's a circle parry. So, you do the circle parry?
Yeah.
Yeah? So, you do pressure, Yeah, it's fine. It doesn't move the arm a lot, just from the wrist. You take the blade and you move it outside. So I come from kata and go to quarter, and now I just do the half turn. So from here, if you do the disengagement, I just do the half one and I end up tip down. Okay? So we have two parries in seconda and in mezzo cerchio. Sometimes for some people it's easier, for others it's quite more hard. We will see. So, once again, slow. I will give the pressure, and he does his cavazione. I lift my arm and come with the hand still in quarter, because I end with the hand in quarter, but low quarter, down. On the other side, I have my hands in terza, and I go with the blade over it, and I end up this time parallel in seconda. So not quite the same, but the same enough. So opens for the repose, another opening, but we don't repose, okay? So let's put this together. First opposizione. Obviously, the parry in mezzo cerchio would be the hardest one, because mostly people are too slow and do the circle too big, and they end up something like here. So you have to be faster than the tip. Here. And arms up. Yeah? So lay your blade more or less on the blade, continue the half circle. You're smiling, you like it. You're just smiling, you're thinking about what that crap, I don't know. Okay. So, yeah, you see, this was a whole circle, and this is just a half circle. And also, this is just a half circle. So, when you start, be aware which parry you will use. This is for the beginning mostly hard. You think you are here and you have to parry this, and then, no, you have to do this. Because you could do the same. You just could do this. But this is not a parry in a half circle. This is just like a parry in opposizione. We did the first, just in another hand position. Make sense? Because you doesn't get over the blade. I have for the half circle, half around the blade. Or for the full circle, full over the blade, or under the blade. And for the opposizione, not over or under the blade, just through the blade. So if I parry here, it's not a half circle parry. Make sense? Okay? Let's give it a try. Ask me a question.
The question is, can you show us again that?
I would press to one side and the inside. You will do not lunge, just extend. So you're here and you go to the other side with the blade without turning the hand. You would have done this and you would have done this. Now you do there. And you end up in the same position, just the blade is on the other side. Yeah. The other one. quite the same. You go. Yeah, but you don't throw it away.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah, because if you throw it away, it would be like this. But he's throwing away. You just keep a position and hold it. Yeah? Just think about one thing. You always have to. You always have to lower your point over the plate. Here and the outside is even more. Just tip over the plate.
Ja, ich sehe, was du meinst. Ich mache das. Ja.
Do it right, but parry first here, but press against here. So you're already in Hema. And if he disengage, no, you don't have to bind him. You just have to lower the blade here and your hand stays in the same position. You don't have to rotate it forward. So if you are here, your back of the hand stays here towards the corner, and if you are here, your palm stays here towards the jacket. Prima. So you lower it, bring it all over your body, and parry it to the inside. Which is not the best position to repose here, but it's the easy position to parry. And we have a parry for the outside, which is terza retta di candela, which is more a candle, against a candle parry, because this is the line? Yeah, okay. So we would be now in with a six guy, you don't parry in terza, you hold your hand as it is in parata, but you parry to the outside. In terza, and it's not called the six as the French call it, but it's called the terza falsa because, yeah, you know. And you do it straight upwards to be sure to be safe. And to get the better position, you do it in a kind of a lunge without stepping forward. So you would do the same position as a lunge. Pull on your body weight a little bit inwards and parry to the inside or parry to the outside. So, one, again. Just these two. So we start with Primo. So I would push here and parry here. You have to, just once again, you have to lower your point first to get here, not to do something like this. You see, this wouldn't work at all, okay? So for the other side, pressure, parry here. Once again, the inside, here. So, everything. So, opposizione, 1, 2, 3. Sorry, and again. Need the new ones. 1 and 2. Okay? They're quite easy than that. Yeah? So just have to bring from here up there, straight line, close to the body, from here, and over the body. Just with pushing a little bit forward, take the arm down. This is the first thing that we've lost Looking good, guys. Show us something. Nice.
Did you want to what weapon are you fencing?
Mostly not.
Parry, right, and the strong, very strong right? And we would do the same, so we would parry it with strong here. And if I put my point down, I would parry the same position. If he's a little bit too high, I would have my hand here. If he's a little bit down, I would have my hand here. But you won't be able to parry this with your wing in a simply go for your chest. You have to straight look over your arm. And when you have something there on the bar. And first one was this. Boom. I just punched. Yeah, first one was this. And now I add a step. So, which means your hand has to be even faster because you close the line. Yeah, you close the distance. That's 4. Yeah, the camera child here is one of the smaller. Yeah, and you could think about it, if he is in my reach, so I get to hit him, he parries, I stand back up in guard, and he lunges and fails somewhere here, because, yeah, I'm taller than him, but he does this standard parry with a step forwards, I retreat, and he lunges, he would be just in range. Make sense? So, but you have, yeah, I don't want to say the word, but you have to go straight forward for the parry. So, don't lean backwards, show your good technique. Here. I give pressure, I can step forward, I do the step backwards. Give pressure, forwards, and backwards. Just the first one. We have practiced this over and over again because it was the first I showed you. Now we have to step. And like you said, no leaning and something like that. I think. I disagree, but yeah, go on. Yeah, he disagreed because I said you should parry with a step forward and then go backwards, and he said go forwards ever and backwards never. Yeah, so thank you, partner. Right. Because the time of your step should have been the time of your repose. Make sense? You parry, you repose, you parry, then repose, you lost the time. Yeah, no. You're looking great. Do it together. Was liegt da? Da könntest du jetzt argumentieren, dass ich hier stehe und denke, den Nacken ist We have 12 minutes left and we have 2 parries left, but they are more or less the same. It wouldn't be that hard for you, so we try them all. Okay. So, Maybe one to remember? No. Okay. It's the parata di picchio, the parry of the foot second, like a bird that. So it's a deep parry. So you remember, if you parry in quarta, your hand is here. And if you parry, your hand goes, your blade goes, and you push it to the side. So, and if you do a parata di picchio, your hand goes first, and your blade follows. That's the whole secret. Just hand first, blade follows. Hand goes first, blade follows. The blade follows till you end in the parata opposizione. Till you end in parata di terza. Not till you end in somewhere here. Yeah? This could be a disarm, but it shouldn't be one. Okay? Some of you. Bloß weiß ist ja die Allgemeinheit.
Stell uns noch vor,
I know this was very much for people who didn't do a lot, but actually most of the positions are the same. And if you're sitting there one day and maybe you remember what you've done, you find out that that's not that much on movements or end positions, except, yeah. But different parries, most of them you will need, some of them are gimmicks. So the Gewaltstöße are gimmicks. The avanzandos are sometimes gimmicks, sometimes useful. And you could actually do fencing with it. So you do your botte, your cavazione, you have lots of parries now, and if you do a repost, not with the glide, then you're totally fine to put on gear and give it a try. So it's no problem. As I said last time, this is something before the assalto. So you want to look good, you want to show the audience how good you fence before it's all crap and free fencing. Yeah? And actually, as Tobias told me, there were bets on it.
So one of the German menus says that there was like society of fencers who used to bet on getting hit during this exercise or not.
Yeah. So you try to hit him with the cavaziones. You want to be that fast he couldn't get into the parry, and he knows what's coming. Yeah. So you want to be that good. And actually, Descalzi wrote that Simon, you could fake it a little bit. Yeah. If he stands here, I'm the one who should thrust. So he takes the bind, and I would press. So he would go here. So if I'm already standing in the outside line, and he would take the bind and want to press, I could actually go much forward because my blade is here, and if he touched my blade, I could do the cavazione because he didn't have to press. Yeah? It's just faking a little bit. Yeah. But you couldn't hold on and said, hey, he's faking, and the audience said, what are you talking about? Okay. So, yeah. Have a nice time. What should I say? Thank you for participating.
Thank you.
And